We have some very exciting news to share about The Bachelor, but before we get into it all, if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on any updates. We are back here again. I'm Renee Ariel, and I'm joined by Fiona Zaring.
Hello.
Okay, Fiona, so we just got our new Bachelor announced, and it is so exciting for so many reasons, so take it away.
All right, so it is official. The new Bachelor is Mr. Matt James. He is the first ever Black Bachelor, the second ever Black lead. They announced it this morning on Good Morning America. You guys, it has been 18 years and 40 seasons in the making for this moment. Obviously, Bachelor Nation is thrilled. In light of all of the recent events going on in the world, fans have been demanding ABC take some major steps to be more inclusive. A change.org petition was even created that accumulated 84,000 signatures. Obviously, Lindsay has been incredibly vocal, and this is a huge positive, long overdue step. I think we're all so excited. And hopefully the people they cast on his season will also be more diverse than we've seen in the past. I mean, truly, I think this is Bachelor's always sort of a guilty pleasure, a pick-me-up. And hearing something this positive came at the right time. It feels like really exciting news. I mean, Renee, I'm thrilled. I know you are too, but what are your thoughts?
I was so excited to hear this. And listen, I've had like multiple conversations with friends about The Bachelor because we're in quarantine and we need to talk about The Bachelor. And I was saying to them how I like already have a crush on Matt just from watching him on TikTok. And obviously he's been really the only contestant that we've known anything about from Claire's season. But I was already like, honestly, I've gotten Bachelor vibes from Matt. It was just a matter of, will ABC take the step in the right direction? Because obviously it's long overdue. This is something people have wanted for so long. On top of that, with the Black Lives Matter movement and adding more pressure on them, it was kind of like a ticking time bomb at this point. I just cannot believe that they announced it before he even went on Claire's season. That being said, though, pretty crazy because it looks like now he's not even going to go on Claire's season. This wasn't flat out said, by the way. I don't know if you watched, obviously, when he went on Good Morning America, they did address the elephant in the room of like Claire's season, and he seemed like disappointed he wasn't going to meet her, but said like he will someday. He didn't say it would be on the show, but I'm wondering if he'll make some sort of guest appearance. But I'm so beyond here for this, and I'm happy that the Bachelor franchise, that ABC, they're taking steps in the right direction. That being said, there's obviously a lot more steps to take, and a big teller will be who they cast for his season. What I would personally like to see, and I know a lot of us would like to see, is a very diverse cast. I think in the past, we've seen it's like 90% white females or white males, depending on the season. And I think in general, The Bachelor just needs to change that. There needs to be diverse casts. It needs to not just be like, okay, well, the top 4 guys or top 5 guys, they're all white. We're going to pick one of the, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that happens every time where it comes down to the final guys lacking diversity, and then another season comes and it's another lack of diversity season we see. And I'm hoping that this will spark change with Matt's season, given all that's going on and the pressure that ABC has on them right now.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better. I totally agree. And I know even in his Good Morning America interview, he said he hopes to see that as well. So I really think that this is the first of many steps. In their statement, ABC promised this will be the first of many steps. And I think that you said it, with everything going on in the world, it's not the time to go back on that kind of promise. They need to take action, and hopefully they do. Just really quick, Matt James, I also already have a crush on Matt James. He is such an incredible person. 5 minutes of researching into who he is, what his career has been. I mean, I think that this is going to be the season we have been waiting for after the, no offense, Peter, but like
No,
kind of
you know.
nonsense of that season. I mean, come on. I'm thrilled on so many levels.
Yeah, me too. And also, just like another positive thing to come out of it, we'll probably see Tyler guest star in his season. I'm sure we will. But also, you guys, in Matt James's interview with Good Morning America, something that I love that he said is he said how much he wants a diverse cast, but not even just diverse with people of all colors, people from all different backgrounds, but on top of that, he said different sizes. He wants a full diverse cast. And you guys know, on top of the lack of diversity we see with different backgrounds, on top of that, there tends to be a certain figure everyone has on The Bachelor. Each season we see it. And I'm wondering if this will switch things up. I would love to see some plus size contestants. I would love for The Bachelor to make really big changes. And let's start today in all ways. I would love, because honestly, that's the reality. That is the world we live in. It's what we've seen on The Bachelor is not the world we live in. It does not reflect the world today. So I've got big hopes.
Me too. Me too.
But you guys, switching gears a little bit to Claire, I did want to mention this because we were wondering, right? Like, did Claire find out beforehand what happened there? Because obviously he's not going to be in her season. And apparently, according to a source that spoke to Us Weekly, Claire supposedly did not know Matt was becoming the next Bachelor until the official announcement, which honestly, like with all kind of the a little bit drama, going back and forth with Claire and Matt, I find this very interesting that she didn't find out until we all found out.
I totally agree. I think it's, you know what? I think when this Matt Claire thing emerged, however long ago it was, we were like, oh, this will be so interesting. Like, Bachelor Nation loves Matt, Bachelor Nation loves Claire. Like, there's obviously going to be this moment there. Like, we can't wait to see how it plays out. And I have to say, I am so willing to give up on seeing that mini drama unfold between two people we know are great faces in Bachelor Nation already, to see more of Matt. And in addition to Claire not knowing, I just have to throw this in. Did you see when he said that he kept it a secret from his mom? Because he was worried she would spill the beans. I mean, this was under such a lock and key so that it wouldn't get spoiled. And I'm sure Claire's thrilled for him, right? I mean, I'm sure she's happy.
Yeah, no, I definitely think she's happy for him. Just honestly, I think every fan of Bachelor Nation, I think will have the same reaction as we do right now, because this is not only great because we all have pretty much a big crush on Matt because of what we see on TikTok, and like he's super cute, and like, have you seen him shirtless? Let's not get into it. But on top of that, this is such a big step for the Bachelor franchise and for ABC. And I'm not saying that like, oh, well, great. Like, I do think there's a lot of pressure put on them, and it's more of a matter of how they will react from here. I think is going to tell way more than the fact that they did this in the time that it is happening because of all the pressure. But I'm just excited. I'm very, very excited. I'm sure Claire is too, just because of what this means.
Absolutely. You guys, we want to know your thoughts, so be sure to send them to us in the chat. We're going to look at some of your comments and questions in a little bit. In the meantime, let's talk about what ABC said. So this is a quote. They said, Matt has been on our radar since February, when producers first approached him to join Bachelor Nation as part of Claire's season. When filming couldn't move forward as planned, we were given the benefit of time to get to know Matt, and all agreed he would make the perfect Bachelor. So as we've been saying, this is not something that they decided out of the blue randomly. They've even I've read a couple of articles that basically said, like, had it not worked out between Matt and Claire, producers were already discussing him being the Bachelor after her season anyways. So it looks like this has been something that's been in the works for a long time.
My question is, and I'm going to ask you, Fiona, and our viewers, do you guys believe that? I want to believe it. I want to believe that this was something that they had in mind because he's obviously such a great candidate, and we got to learn about him and about who he was, not through the show, but through a Bachelor Nation person on the side that we've also loved, Tyler Cameron. But I do hope that that is the truth and they've been waiting. But part of me wonders, and I'm going to throw you the question, Fiona, do you believe their statement, or do you think that it really came from all the pressure that they've gotten, especially recently?
Totally. Here's the thing. I think I'm in the exact same boat as you. I want to believe it. Here's what I will say. Obviously, there's been such a powerful and necessary examination of everything in our country right now in this moment. So that's definitely, I'm not going to say not a part of this decision and this choice to announce it right now. That would just be crazy, right? But I do think that they faced a lot of backlash after Mike Johnson was not named our Bachelor. And Rachel Lindsay has been actively making it clear for such a long time that change needs to happen, that behind closed doors, there's no way this hasn't been a conversation. And based on what happened when Peter was chosen over Mike, I think that if there wasn't, I am shocked. Conversations about like, okay, if we make that kind of choice again, people are already mad. So I would like to say, or I would like to think that this has been something that they aren't scrambling to do at the last minute. But regardless of timing, I think Rachel Lindsay brought up the point of like, is this too little too late? And Matt was asked to comment on that in his GMA interview. And he basically said like, and I'm paraphrasing, but like too little too late, sure, whatever, but change only can be made if a first step is taken. So instead of looking at it as too late or what's the, picking apart all of that, let's just look at this as like a positive step in the right direction and hopefully the first of many steps. So yeah, that's my long-winded version of answering that comment. I think question. I think that at the end of the day, hopefully this has been something that deep down in Bachelor producers' hearts has been coming for a long time. And if not, it's a positive first step and they better stick to it and they better keep moving forward.
Totally agree. Getting into other reactions, you guys. So obviously a lot of people from Bachelor Nation reacted, including Rachel Lindsay, who I wanted to bring up one of the quotes she said to TMZ. So she reacted to Matt James being announced as the Bachelor, saying that's definitely a step in the right direction, but said this, quote, "It would be remiss of me not to point out that based on the current climate, it feels like a knee-jerk reaction and a result of societal pressure," which is kind of what we were saying earlier. But obviously, Rachel spoke out about this, which I love that Rachel speaks out about these issues, because even like, I think it's an easy time to kind of look at the situation and be like, oh, great, it's fixed. They're being more diverse now. Awesome. But even Rachel is continuing to put pressure on ABC and the franchise, which I love because it's important to do. To be like, okay, great, we did this. What else are we going to do? What other changes are going to be made? So I do really like what Rachel has said since he was announced. As for more lighthearted reactions, just to like Matt James himself being announced, Pete Weber reacted and said, "Congrats, Matt James. Very happy for you and Bachelor, ABC. Enjoy the ride. Just get it right the first time. It's easier that way." Yep, not the fourth or fifth time. Try to get it right the first time. Coming from Peter Weber. Hannah Brown also had lots to say about Matt James, you guys. Obviously, we know that they were like part of the quarantine crew together. She knows him very well. They have cute little handshakes together. And so Hannah not only responded to this in her Instagram stories, saying one of the things she said in her Instagram stories was like, "What the heck? Matt James is the Bachelor. I literally just woke up and I could literally not be more excited. Y'all should be so freaking excited because this is the best human being in the world. Go ahead, start getting your #1 Matt James fans t-shirts printed because I'm definitely going to be wearing one. So proud of you, Matt James." She also said that she has never been more excited about a lead being announced in the franchise. Then on top of that, had like a lengthy post on Instagram. So she's like all for Matt James, which I think is super cute because like it's her not man's best friend,
Absolutely. I mean, the thing is, Matt James is already been such a powerful force in Bachelor Nation. He's never been on any of the shows. And if you ask any diehard, you know. I mean, just through look, that TikTok alone, he has won people over with his personality. He's won people over with the work that he does. And I think it's really exciting that somebody that's been such a powerful figure on his own in social media, in warming the hearts of all of the people in this audience, is getting the chance he deserves. And again, Bachelor Nation is getting what they want, which like is great. It should go both ways. It should be something that we have a voice in, you know, and I think it's great.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Of course, though, we can't continue on without saying what Matt's BFF said about him becoming the Bachelor, because Tyler Cameron posted to Instagram to congratulate his best friend, saying, quote, "Congrats to my brother, Matt James, on being named the Bachelor. This is all a testament of who you are as a person. Now the world gets to see the person you are and the heart you have. You can change the world." It's so sorry. It's already so cute. He continued on to say, "Proud of you and so excited for you. Not excited that somebody will be taking my spot as your snuggle buddy. P.S. Peep the drool." This is like the bromance I love more than anything. I think they're so cute. Their friendship is very sweet. Tyler's post for him was my all-time favorite. I was like waiting because I saw the news this morning, was really excited about it. And then of course I was like, trying to find everyone's reactions. And I was waiting because Tyler was, I believe, one of like the last reactions, at least that I saw, and did not disappoint.
No, it certainly did not. And I think that Tyler is one of the most respected voices in Bachelor Nation. And I think that, you know, there's just clearly an open door for a little Tyler cameo on his season. And I think fans will be obviously thrilled about that as well. ABC also said, we've been talking a lot about them continuing to take steps, and how, like Rachel Lindsay's pointed out and how fans have pointed out, this can't just be a Band-Aid. It can't just be the only step. It has to be the first of many. And they said, quote, "We know we have a responsibility to make sure the love stories we're seeing on screen are representative of the world we live in. And we are proudly in service to our audience. This is just the beginning, and we will continue to take action with regard to diversity issues on this franchise. We feel privileged to have Matt as our first Black Bachelor, and we cannot wait to embark on this journey with him." I cannot wait either. That is literally all I have to say. I am thrilled. I am excited. And I think we all maybe have to remember that this is a long time out. I mean, we still got Claire's season that we've got to be excited about. But it's great. We have something to look forward to in the distant future.
Yeah, no, I'm very, very excited for this. Just honestly, you guys, these are like our genuine reactions, because Fiona and I didn't even get to talk about it beforehand, but everything was just announced today. It's just super exciting. We do want to read some tweets that we got of people's responses, just Bachelor Nation fans, to the news. So our lovely producer George is going to, there we go. Okay, so we have Matt James as the Bachelor. Oops, sign me up. I think that's like a lot of people. I've gotten several text messages from friends being like, maybe I'll just like go on The Bachelor. Listen, let's see. Ruth Perez says, "I will be winning Matt James's season of The Bachelor." We'll see, Ruth. We'll see. We have, "I love Matt James for The Bachelor, but I need some answers. What happened to Mike?" I know. I think that's a lot of people's question. I know a lot of people were super disappointed when Mike was not picked for The Bachelor, and then Peter was picked, and we all know it was Peter, right? That was the one? Or was that for, yes, Peter. Honestly, you guys, it feels like it's been 8 years in quarantine. I can't keep up with any time. But yeah, then we got the hot mess that was Peter's season. So I understand people's frustration with wondering what could have been with Mike. Let's see. I'm done eating for the next 4 months. Got to get bachelor level skinny so I can go compete for Matt James's heart. Yeah, it's not even like bikini season anymore. It's just Matt James bachelor season. Let's see. Did anyone notice in Matt James's interview on Good Morning America, being the new bachelor, he was wearing I did not catch this, the salmon jacket. So many people have worn that color jacket and the trend continues. Do you guys think it was Tyler Cameron's? Wait, Fiona, are you aware of this whole thing?
No, you had to fill me in. I don't know about the salmon jacket.
So on Hannah's season, apparently, I think it was Tyler's. You guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was Tyler's salmon jacket that like they would pass around and each guy would wear them at different rose ceremonies, but it was the same salmon jacket. So I wonder if that's Tyler's salmon jacket. That is amazing. I did not even think about that when I saw his outfit, which by the way was pretty snazzy, if I do say so myself. Let's see. Do you want to take that next one?
Sure. So this one says, like, how is Matt James the next bachelor? What happened to Mike and other African Americans that had been on the show? Picking someone outside the show is just offensive to me. I don't know this guy except he is friends with Tyler and fighting with Claire. So obviously this is a very different take. You and I have just been gushing for the last however long we've been live. And everyone's opinion is valid. I mean, there could be, throwing like devil's advocate out there, there could be a lot of, I mean, who knows? Maybe they talked to Mike. Maybe Mike was like, no, I'm not interested. Maybe they haven't talked to Mike and this was a hiccup on their part. We don't know, obviously, what's been going on behind closed doors. I also think that there is something to be said about like a lot of the producers have in their heads who's going to make a great bachelor. And they may have looked at Matt and gone, he is fitting all of these qualities that we want to see as producers and as fans. Maybe we don't see that. So again, that's just my best effort to devil's advocate the situation. I think that Mike Johnson is so beloved that this conversation will be had many, many times. And there's a lot of merit to the fact that they have made mistakes in the past. So all opinions are valid.
I agree with you there. I think that Mike Johnson is definitely not like out of the running, obviously for this season. But I mean, you guys, like they picked Ari. Like Ari was from several seasons before he was chosen. They picked Claire. I think it at this point, it's not even about the order of things. I will say, in defense of them picking Matt before he was even on the show, with the pandemic, I think it just threw everything through such a loop, and he somehow managed to become a Bachelor fan favorite without even being on the show yet. Just being friends with Tyler, us seeing him on social media, us seeing the good he's doing in the world. I think people just fell in love with him. So I understand the decision, but I understand that it is a bit frustrating for it to be someone that we haven't even really gotten to know. Like we think we like him. We think we do, but we haven't been able to watch him on a full season where we think we know everything about him and decide that after the fact.
Totally. We want to give a little shout out to Christian Walters. He wrote in the chat, woohoo, seems like forever since I caught my favorite Batch Tubers live. We appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. Jay Jobs said, give us the tea. Don't worry, we always will. We've got you covered.
And my cat's here, you guys, making a guest appearance as always. She's trying to knock over my tripod, which is a laundry basket, because, you know, we're professionals over here at Shared News. But yeah, you guys, super, super excited about this. I cannot wait. Oh, we got another one. Here we go. If there was no Black Lives Matter, if there was no Black Lives Matter, Bachelor would not have chosen Matt. Facts. I agree with you. It's kind of what I was saying like earlier a little bit with, hold on, I gotta brush my cat off. Sorry, baby. Earlier I was like, it's the kind of the pressure getting to them. I mean, right now there's amazing things, amazing changes happening in our country, long overdue changes, but things are happening. And I think that that's super exciting. And that is what I believe, which I know you believe and a lot of us believe, is the reason why ABC has made this abrupt decision. It does feel abrupt because Claire's season hasn't even happened yet because pressure was put on them. So I hear you. I agree with you. Let's just hope that positive change continues in the Bachelor franchise, not just this one decision. Love you girls. Benny says, thank you. We love you too. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's so fun getting to talk all things about. And now we have a whole 2 more seasons to look forward to of our favorite show. This is exciting stuff, you guys. And we already know who the leads are. Love it. Let's see. Okay, any more, George? By the way, this is the first time for all of you watching live that we've done like comments up on the screen live. So we're figuring it out as we go with you. So I think that's all of them, if it is. You guys, thank you so much for your comments and questions. We are so excited to keep talking all things Bachelor. Of course, be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our lives. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment. Send Fiona and I a DM. We want to chat with you guys. If you'd like to, you guys can DM me at Renee Ariel on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. And Fiona, where can they follow you?
You can find me on all of those same places at Fiona Zaring.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching.